Most people have wondered about it at least once. What would your life look like if someone in your family belonged to a billionaire dynasty? Not if you were the billionaire, not if you built the fortune yourself, but if you were simply connected to it, maybe by blood, maybe by marriage, maybe by nothing more than a last name from the outside. The answer seems obvious. A bigger house, better opportunities, more comfort, more freedom, more of everything. But families do not work that way. Money enters a family like a river entering a landscape. It does not touch every place equally. Some people stand directly in the current. Others only hear the water in the distance. One person gains access to rooms most people will never see. Another spends a lifetime trying to prove they are more than a famous last name. One family member receives opportunities before they even know how valuable they are. Another discovers that being close to extraordinary wealth can create its own kind of loneliness because every position inside a billionaire family comes with something different. Different advantages, different expectations, different pressures, different sacrifices. And sometimes the people living closest to the fortune are carrying burdens that nobody outside the family would ever imagine. What makes this story fascinating is that there is no single billionaire family experience. The distant relative lives one reality. The cousin lives another. The sibling, the spouse, the parent, the child. Each one wakes up in a completely different world. Even though they all share the same family tree, and the higher you move through those levels, the more complicated the picture becomes. The money grows larger. The opportunities become greater. But so do the expectations. So do the questions. And so does the challenge of figuring out who you really are when one person's success is large enough to reshape the lives of everyone around them. Today, we are going to travel through every level of a billionaire's family and explore what life actually feels like from the inside, not the headlines, not the fantasy, not the version people imagine, the real experience. And by the end, you may discover that the most valuable thing inside a billionaire family is not the money at all. Most people have wondered about it at least once. What would your life look like if someone in your family belonged to a billionaire dynasty? Not if you were the billionaire, not if you built the fortune yourself, but if you were simply connected to it, maybe by blood, maybe by marriage, maybe by nothing more than a last name. From the outside, it sounds like a dream. People imagine endless opportunities, luxury, and a life free from worry. They picture doors opening everywhere you go and problems disappearing overnight. But life is rarely that simple. A family connection to great wealth can change how people see you before they even know you. Suddenly, questions appear. Expectations grow. Assumptions follow you into every room. Some people admire you. Others judge you. And even though your daily life may look exactly the same as before, the way the world reacts to you starts to feel completely different. You begin to realize that a famous family connection can become part of your story. Most people believe that being connected to a billionaire family automatically means living a perfect life. It is an easy assumption to make. After all, when people see enormous wealth, they often imagine endless happiness following right behind it. They picture beautiful homes, exciting vacations, and opportunities appearing at every turn. They imagine confidence, security, and a future without limits. But the truth is often more complex than it looks from the outside. Wealth can open doors, but it can also create expectations that feel impossible to escape. People may assume you have advantages you never received. They may believe your achievements came easily, even when you worked hard for every step forward. Sometimes the biggest challenge is not gaining opportunities. It is proving who you are beyond the family name. The world sees the fortune first. The person comes second. And learning to stand confidently in your own identity becomes a journey that requires courage, determination, and strength every single day. From a distance, a billionaire family can look like a picture-perfect life. The homes are impressive. The success stories are everywhere. The opportunities seem endless. People see the wealth and assume every day must feel exciting and effortless. They imagine a world where every problem can be solved with money and every dream can become reality. But behind the scenes, there are emotions that money cannot erase. There are moments of doubt, pressure, and uncertainty. There are expectations that quietly grow year after year. Some family members wonder if people like them for who they are or for the fortune connected to their name. Others work tirelessly to prove their achievements are truly their own. Even in a world filled with privilege, there can be struggles that remain invisible to everyone else. The surprising truth is that wealth changes circumstances, but it does not remove the need for purpose, belonging, love, and the desire to be understood as a real human being. One of the most fascinating things about a billionaire family is that no two people experience it the same way. They may share the same family tree, attend the same gatherings, and carry the same last name, yet their lives can feel completely different. A distant relative may only hear stories about the fortune. A cousin may occasionally benefit from valuable connections. A sibling may spend years trying to build an identity outside the shadow of extraordinary success. Each position in the family creates a unique journey. Some people receive opportunities that change their future. Others carry expectations that become heavier with time. Some enjoy the advantages of being close to wealth, while others struggle with comparisons they never asked for. Every relationship brings a different balance of privilege, pressure, gratitude, and responsibility. That is what makes this story so powerful. The same fortune can touch many lives, yet the emotional experience of living near it can be completely different for every single person involved. When great wealth enters a family, it often brings more than opportunities. It creates a constant balance between possibility and expectation. Doors may open faster. Important introductions may happen more easily. Chances that others spend years searching for may suddenly appear right in front of you. From the outside, that sounds like an incredible advantage, and in many ways it is. But every opportunity carries a question. What will you do with it? How will you use it? And perhaps, most importantly, who are you when the advantages are removed? These questions follow many family members throughout their lives. They want to succeed, but they also want to know their success belongs to them. The challenge is not simply reaching a goal. It is building confidence in your own abilities while living near extraordinary influence. It is learning to appreciate the opportunities without allowing them to define your entire identity. That journey requires determination, self-belief, and the courage to create a path that feels genuinely your own. There is often a huge difference between what people imagine and what people actually experience inside a billionaire family. From the outside, many see luxury, influence, and endless comfort. They picture a life where every wish can be granted and every challenge disappears with enough money. It is a vision that seems almost magical, but reality is rarely that simple. Behind the beautiful homes and impressive success stories are real people facing real emotions. They celebrate victories, worry about the future, and struggle with personal doubts just like everyone else. Some wonder if their friendships are genuine. Others feel the pressure of living up to a family reputation that seems larger than life. Many spend years trying to separate their own identity from the expectations attached to their name. The closer you look, the more human the story becomes. Wealth can change the environment around a person, but it cannot replace character, purpose, resilience, or the desire to be valued for who they truly are rather than what they possess. Most people think money is the final answer to everything. But inside a billionaire family, you start to see a different truth. Money can build comfort, it can open doors, and it can change situations in a single moment. But it cannot decide how a person feels inside. It cannot remove pressure, and it cannot replace the need to be understood. When you are close to extreme wealth, life becomes a mix of admiration and expectation. People look at you differently. They expect more from you even before you speak. Some family members carry pride, while others carry silent pressure they never asked for. Every success feels heavier because it is always connected to something bigger than just you. The emotional journey is not about how much you have. It is about how you define yourself in a world where everything around you already seems defined. And in that space, the real challenge becomes finding strength, purpose, and identity that no amount of money can ever decide for you.